Hey, what's going on, guys? It's GSP here playing some Black Ops 1, the original. This game is, again, one of my favorite Call of Duties. It's where I started, and this is the most fun I've had with Treyarch. And Treyarch is definitely a developer studio that really has a knack for making Call of Duty games. And to this day, I don't think they've had a Call of Duty game that wasn't popular, that didn't do so well. So I have a positive outlook on this new game that's coming out, Black Ops 4, because I know that Treyarch has a pretty successful track record. So Treyarch has really never failed in the Call of Duty making department. So I am personally just very looking forward to Black Ops 4 just because I know Treyarch always delivers. And honestly, the one thing that I will say stands out for me more than anything else, and I've discussed this a lot of times before, is the fact that I think kill streaks / score streaks, they don't make kill streaks anymore, of course. It's based off of score streaks now. Is if they're good, the game's gonna be good, and Treyarch just knows how to make them. They know which ones, will make the game fun. They know how to set it up in terms of how many points you need in order to get a certain amount of score streaks where it's not impossible to get. And so I just have a whole lot of faith and trust in Treyarch, and I know Black Ops 4 is going to be set in a little bit modern times, a little bit of a modern time. I know it's a little bit into the future, but not so much as in Black Ops 3. So it's a little more near to us currently. So I know it's just going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it because, time and time again, Infinity Ward has just let us down. And Sledgehammer Games with this latest game, World War II, I thought it was going to be better than it has been. I mean, it's an alright game. It's playable at certain times, but other times it's just like I don't feel like playing it for hours on end, And I know in Treyarch games, that's not the case. In Treyarch games, I want to be able to play it time and time again. I want to earn the kill streaks. I want to do well. I want to get gameplay. I want to do commentaries on it. And with World War II, that just wasn't the case. And I know they were trying to listen to the community with the first installment of the game that they first came out with, which was Advanced Warfare, because people wanted something different, right? They wanted, something drastically different where it wasn't the same Call of Duty year after year after year. So they did innovate. So I can't be mad at Sledgehammer Games for trying to give the community what they wanted, but it just wasn't our cup of tea. It's just not something that we particularly enjoyed. So again, they tried with World War II. And although there weren't any crazy jetpacks going around and advanced movements and all of that, it just, I don't know, the kill streaks, to me, the score streaks were just really subpar, man. Like, none of them really were fun to get. Like, you know how you get really excited because you get certain score streaks that put in work, and then there was no SR-71, Blackbird, where you can see your enemies. And I know they were trying to be, and I'm using in quotes, historically accurate, stuff like that, but it just wasn't fun, man. It just wasn't very exciting. And again, like I said before, the fun factor in Call of Duty games, to me more than anything else, and I know there are other factors that play a part into this, is mainly the score streaks. If the score streaks are good in the game, regardless of even if the weapons are terrible, or the maps are subpar, you could still have a fun Call of Duty game if you give that reward system to people where you make them earn good streaks. And people love that whole progression system of, rewarding them for doing something that's kind of difficult to do. And even if you camp, I mean, honestly, not all campers get high kill streaks, honestly, because once you figure out where they're camping, you can kind of take them out. You have a picture of where they're going to be at. So just sometimes it's on skill. So if you're able to reward the skilled players with these high kill streaks and allow those kill streaks on top of that to do work, because a lot of times people will earn these score streaks and they tried really hard to get them, and when they finally get them, like, they don't do anything. Like, does that excite anyone, and does that motivate anyone to want to play the game more, to be able to go for these streaks again? Probably not, right? So in my opinion, I think Call of Duty, whenever they have Treyarch develop the game, always sits well with the community. It's always very popular. Still to this day, all the Black Ops games are still very much popular and people play them all the time. So that's just kind of my take on this new game, Black Ops 4. I'm super excited for it. I've been wanting to play a Treyarch game because I still go back and play, like, this is a recent gameplay. I've been playing Black Ops 1 time and time again, and it hasn't gotten boring for me. So it's just that not a lot of players play it nowadays. But yeah, so are you excited about Black Ops 4? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. With that being said, this is GCP, and I am signing off.